Hello, everyone. My name is Alcides. I am from Brazil, Brazil citizen, of course. And this my case study about the CTT related to the Kanban culture. My case study is about the Suzano company as big player of the pulp and paper. And the case is related to the human resource for all people in company. Inside the Simplifica program, Simplifica in English, it maybe simplify, but this not name that we have using here. So the first point here is about the self-organizing multifunctional team with accountability. Are really within reach. So let's go. Let me put here my presentation to explain. Okay, Suzano has been impacting billions of the people around the world with renewable products driven by innovability. This is new word here. Innovability using innovation for sustainability, like, well, like other big companies, Suzano faces internal challenges. Internal challenges related to human resources. It's okay. In 2023, the company leaders start campaign to listen to employee campaigns. At the time, I was working at Kanban Coach and asked to help the human resource team improve how employees see the experience in human resources service. This is point. Well, go back the campaign in 2023. We looked at the employee campaigns and I connected them the term of fly visualization from the book The Fit for Purpose by David Anderson and Alexei Zeglov. This term describes how frontline teams try to find the key problems while also trying to do a strategic review. Employees had a difficulty assessing basic human resource information. For example, payments, demonstrative of the payments, vacation scheduling, work hours or extra hours. This was especially hard for those working in the forest. Forest is a big problem because normally the people of the industry have access, computer access, internet access, that's very great. But normally people working in the forest have a problem to have, normally the people have problem access to internet. In fact, this is a problem because the computer as their main working tool is not, in fact. Okay, Suzano became extremely flexible in using Kanban method across several services, especially internal services. Normally, we have sessions about the system think approach to introduce Kanban, showed a significant presentation or immersion the source of the distractions. The first problem that we have the people, the first is internet access. To address this issue, Suzano installed Starlink antennas in areas with no cellular signal. This is a great point because we solve strongly problem in the company. With internet access established, that's okay, it's working very well. We employee needs emerging requirement autonomy to obtain more information and faster organizational access. information actions. To do a little analogy, a Maslow pyramid, after after to have internet access, it the people of the forestry start. I needed to check more information. I needed to change my vacation. I needed to see more information about extra hours. Several points here because the people have access to internet access, but have not the process to see the information. So this is an outer step. After collection insights and understand the narratives, we decide on an inclusive programs where everyone could access information and make requests without major impediments. For example, to use WhatsApp to deliver the human resources functionalities. This is a great and spectacular, this is a fantastic situation. This leads to the creation of the Simplifica program or Simplify program with a multifunctional team designed to resolve the blockers and dependencies without escalation with through traditional channels. In the first meeting, this is very interesting. In the first meeting, we had a strong stakeholder participation. And for my surprise, a clear definition of the service delivery manager. Of course, we are speak about specific people, but context because emerging people to do actions about the service delivery manager. We formed a multifunctional group of 23 members, include developers, human resources, analysts, strategic consultants, GDPR specialists, information security, change management, and infrastructure expert. Because we are using a new, it's not new technology, but it's new inside the big company. This is a very problem to, I am using the WhatsApp, but what is the information that we are using here? It's possible to presentation this information, how to the access in the process. Okay, the sustainable pace appeared in the first 2 weeks when we discovered our first class of services. The APIs of the senior system is the human resource systems inside the Suzano company. These APIs could be seen as the core of the evolution of the service. This is this principle, this man, this goal. These APIs could be seen as core of the evolution service we wanted to offer to our clients, and in fact, the clients and employees. With this information, we built a small dynamic, we create a small dynamic delivery reservation system. That's a little process. That's okay. With keep changing was collected new proposal. We put the new service, and after one, we start collecting the new proposal, new needs. The creation of multifunctional team and implementation of agile practice allowed Suzano to face challenges and significantly improve the employee's experience. Adopt of visualization process, flow management, emergence, explicit policy, analysis capacity, strategy, and leadership at all levels was crucial for success of the Simplifica program. That is a great point here. I am working to encourage self-organization by starting with actions we are already taking. The real process, however, is in creating accountability among those responsibility for delivery. I love the chapter 10 about the discovery Kanban. David Anderson using is um, it's not analogy, but I like to think this is this analogy, the launch of after the Epiphania and Imperial Garden and relation with the dinner at Anthony's after, I believe, the 18 years after this situation and lunch after Imperial Garden. I don't remember, but let's go. To highlight the importance to understand the customer value and to have the flow and delivery process is necessary. This is a job of the SDM, the service delivery manager. Without this rule, Kanban implementation tends to be shallow, limited in scope, and often confined to individual teams, lacking a full view to end-to-end flow. So this is a general aspects here, but I would like to share my ACM about this situation to explain another point that we see in my case. Okay, let me share about the ACM that we are using in this situation. This is a first draft about the Simplifica program. We can see several points here, results, outcomes, problem, actual problem, because we have traditional personnel in this context. We are using in Net Promoter Score. We have several status reports. We speak about the prices here and culture here. That's okay. But when I put the information here about the disruptive equilibrium that we need to put here to have more movement and understand the situation. I put several points here, practices, result on the practices, uh, after situation, what is necessary to change here. Sometimes it's working very well, sometimes we have a problem to explain, to use, in fact, here. But I feel in this situation, we have several information in one place. Because of this reaction, I was idea to change or separate it in more simple items. For example, here, we have heroic actions here. I explain the process, disruptive, the equilibrium, the culture here is what is working, what is the problem, um, a new equilibrium here, what are you using, that's okay, this work or not working, this is very important to check. So I will try to make for each situation with barriers that we have here. Without data driving is a big problem. The start of the program after 2 or 3 months, I don't remember, this problem is solved. I want working with data driving. Another point is this is uh, very interesting because we have multifunctional group or multifunctional team. We have people start with a mentality, I using a Scrum, but it's necessary to use a Scrum now. No, this is create a new environment that the people, it's not necessary to use a sprint planning because our replenishment process is working very well. So this is another point. Another is a lake of work agreement. This is a problem related to communication between a middle manager and C-level. This problem is we have several problems, but we are creating new possibilities here to solving this. But this is work in progress here. Uh, in fact, normally I share the material. Normally I share with the presentation with my group the of the work, but I explain about the Kanban maturity model, of course. I speak about the Virginia Satir and Daniel Kahneman. This is great. I love this image about the evolution, where you go, where you need to go. My friend Fernando Cuenca here. I explain sometimes, I explain all the time about the fit for purpose. Very important to use it, the framework to get the information of the customers, get information of my our clients is here. This is I put here the first case, the Brazilian case that we use in Suzano, the publishing Kanban.plus. This is very nice. When we speak about the ACM, normally normally we use this explanation. Another that we have been using is how to using a maturity organization and the evolution that my friend Jonathan Aguiar. This is a little example here. Normally, I use real life to explain that we how to using ECM. This is well. Um, I believe that now we can do wrap up about this presentation. So, initial challenges in 2023, Suzano began listening to employee complaints. The main issue was the difficulty to access basically human resource information like payment, vacation, extra hours. That's okay, especially for foresty employees with a limited internet access. As a Kanban coach, I was called in to help the human resource team improve this employee experience. Solution with the simplified program and using the Kanban method and analysis sessions, we identified a major problem, lack of the internet in the forest. This is big problem. To solve this, Suzano installed in Starlink and several areas without signal, allowing employees to access the internet. From here, we are create a simplifica program to simplify access to human resource information using WhatsApp as one of the key solutions. Multifunctional team and ECM approach. This is a big part of the case. We formed a multifunctional team of the 23 members, include developers, human resources analysts, security specialists, and more. The goal was to resolve issues quickly without going through traditional changes. This means that we have not process escalation, middle manager or C-level. We choose to use the evolutionary change model of Kanban because it allows changes to happen gradually. respect the team's current way to work while continuous improving of their time. This model helped us to adjust our process smoothly without overload the team, of course, without abrupt changes. We moved away from bi-weekly sprints and started work without fixed dates or using a fixed date or reservation time to deliver, bringing a more flexibility and the speed of our deliveries. This is so good. This incremental approach allowed the team to adapt and refine their practice step by step, leading to more sustainable improvements. So, about the challenges and outcomes, we faced some challenges like management work in progress limits. This is a big problem and current a big problem, but we are working to solve more earlier possible. But the team showed maturity and commitment constantly adapting the change. We ran a pilot at one Suzanne plants in March 2024. We represented the success of the programs at global meeting. This is great presentation. I am so happy with this situation. However, we hit a problem. The solution only work for parts of the organization with the access active directive. The active directive is problem for the people involved with work related to forest, exclude many forest employers, of course. To address this problem, we partnered with the privacy and security teams to create a new approach enabling access for all employees. The conclusion. The simplified programs demonstrated how building a multifunctional teams and using agile practice related to Kanban maturity model along with the evolutionary change can greatly improve the employee's experience. Visualization, flow management, and leadership at all levels were crucial to the program's success. The key was creating accountability where everyone felt responsibility for the deliverables. I hope that information you can use in our CTT. Thanks so much and see you Monday. Thank you. Bye.